Please read this disclaimer carefully before proceeding further. Welcome traders to this week's analysis of indices. This is going to be more of an update rather like full analysis. If you haven't seen my previous analysis, go and check it out. It's available on the channel. My name is Vic. Thanks for joining me here. We are going to look at NASDAQ, US30 and S&P500, and then I also have a bonus tip for you. So make sure that you watch until end, right? So let's start with NASDAQ first. Because a lot of you have actually requested for that. So if I open NASDAQ here and let's go to the chart first, let's see what has been happening. So last time when we were discussing about NASDAQ, it has been it was somewhere around here in this FCP zone, and I was saying that this market created this W pattern. So let me just quickly remove this so that you can see. So this is what I said, it created this W pattern and it finished around here in this FCP zone though. So I was expecting market to fall down, and that's exactly what has happened. And here at this level we were expecting market to go up before falling down to the next profit target. In fact, the market actually went beyond that to reach this water curve here, this moving average, and then started to move higher. And now what we can do is we can look for a level where we can look for further short positions or wait for the market to give better confirmation to see whether it wants to go higher or it wants to go down. Basically it is going to go a little bit higher before we can reassess what kind of trade we can find. Okay, so let's look at those levels. Let's bring those levels back in. So this is what happened. These were two targets and both of them were reached. The market came in right into FCP zone, created this double top, fell right into this FCP zone, and then we were expecting it to go higher. It did go high and then started to fall down into the next FCP zone, and then ultimately fell right into this. Now in this process it created another M pattern. Now this is one of the FCP patterns that we have in our training program as well. So once the market has created this M pattern, it is expected to go higher, and it has reached its profit target. If it starts to go high, then I will expect it to go into this FCP zone once again near about 13,500 area. I will post this chart in our Telegram channel as well. If you want to see these levels properly, then I will post a screenshot of this in our Telegram group. And the Telegram group is free, so if you want to join, come there and you can benefit from it. So now what you have is, if the market reaches this FCP zone, then we'll have to see whether we get a confirmation to the upside or we still want to go to the downside. My bias is still the market can actually go down, but it may consolidate in this region for some time. Why? Because we have this FCP zone and we have another FCP zone, so there can be a little bit of consolidation here, right? And there is another thing which can happen, is that market has fallen from this 14,000 level. Remember, this is what I've been talking about for a few weeks. So market can actually do something like this. Let me clean this up and show you what I mean. So it can do something like this. It is probably going to do come here, consolidate a little bit, some corrective movements, and then go back to 14,000 before falling back down. So that is a possibility. So that is why I'm saying in coming days or week, this region is going to be kind of no man's land. So if you're looking for long-term position or swing trading, then this cannot be a good area for you. You need to wait for a breakout to the upside or to the downside from this particular zone. If you're looking for a day trade, then obviously you can find several opportunities in this consolidation area. If you know how to trade FCP patterns, WNM patterns, there will be a lot of opportunities here for day trading. So that's what we have on the charts here. Let's go and look at what our envisage. What envisage system is available for you to subscribe. Today is the last day for subscription, and there are a few licenses left, so if you want, you can subscribe to it now. Now what we can see, that market has created this monthly candle inside the water wave, which is a bearish sign. And for past few months we have been saying that this, look at these are all bearish signs, this one, these two candles coming together, and the market has not been able to close beyond this previous high. It's all looking very bearish, but at the moment this is also kind of sideways movement, right? And this candle the current month candle, even though current month is not over, so anything can happen, but this candle is inside the water wave. That means this is looking bearish right now. Okay, so that's the monthly. If I go to the weekly time frame, on weekly time frame we already had downward movement. You can see that market is posting higher highs, and it was creating a divergence on water trend at the bottom, and the color changed to red. That means it was going to fall down, and we saw huge movement downwards, right? And we also still have the previous open target here. So if the market finds enough bearish momentum, then it can reach water curve here, which is going to be, let me give you the exact number for it. So it's going to be near about this level here, 12,400 or so. It can reach there, and the second level can be something like this level here, which is 11,952, so 12,000 give and take, so 12,000 or so. So that is quite a possibility for NASDAQ to reach, and that also confluences very nicely with this previous zone here, and that's what we can expect on NASDAQ. Right, so let's go to the 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour time frame, the market has reached its potential target. So there was market was going down, and there was a divergence, and the color changed to blue. That means it was bullish. This was our signal, and this was our profit target. So the market has reached that. In extended case, it can go a little bit further into this level here, which is going to be near about, what level is this? This is near about 13,575, near about that level or so. So that's what we have on NASDAQ. Okay, so let's move on to US30. On US30, right, so this is what we have. Let's go to the monthly time frame. On monthly time frame, this is looking still very, very bullish. There are no open targets as of now. There is nothing like that. And if I go to the weekly time frame, the market again is similar to NASDAQ. The market is posting a new candle which is inside the wave. That means that it can be bearish. However, we do not have a red trend here. That means we do not have an early warning saying that it is bearish, but candlestick is saying that because it is inside the water wave, it can be bearish. Everything looks blue. That means everything is still bullish on US30. There is nothing bearish on US30 for now, but things can change. Now on daily time frame, this was a very good trade. So the market is started to create a divergence. The color changed to red, and the color changed to red. That means you could have taken an aggressive entry all the way to the water curve, which was going to be your first profit target. The second profit target is this one. If market gives us another indication that it wants to go down, then it can fall down to this profit target, but I'm not expecting that to happen, because this water curve here, this line, acts as a strong support and resistance. So for that to happen, it will have to come back down and break below this to come to this profit target. So I don't think this profit target is going to be met anytime soon, but we'll see how the market plays out. So if I go to the 4-hour time frame, what we have is that market could be heading towards the new target, which has been given by WATA, which is going to be 34,537, and the market is bullish. It's blue in color, and this is the target. It's blue here as well. So the market could be heading there. Now in terms of Fibonacci, if I draw Fibonacci from there to here, we are already sitting on 61.8. that means it can fall back down back onto the water curve. So this is what we can expect. It can fall down and then go back up to take that profit. So this is a possibility on US30. Let's go and look at the charts of US30 now. Okay, on US30, what we have is, okay, so US30 chart is saying that the market has gone back into this FCP zone. Remember this FCP zone that we found a few weeks ago. Market showed very good rejection from the top, and it fell down, and now it is coming back into this FCP zone. So if I draw Fibonacci from here all the way to this level, it is right there on 61.8. Now market can actually go a little bit higher to 34,520, near about that same level that we saw on water and we saw analysis, and this FCP zone is still valid. It can actually push the price back down. So we'll have to wait for a confirmation. Why? Because you see it is still bullish on what I envisage. US30 so far has not shown us any kind of bearish sign other than this structure that we have, but on what I envisage it is not bearish. That is why we'll wait for a confirmation using what I envisage, right? So that's US30. Let's look at UK 100. On UK 100, the market came right into FCP zone, and I said it could actually fall back down. Remember, we have been taking long trade from here all the way from this level 6,636. The market has been reaching all of our profit targets, and now it has come to this FCP zone. And once the market reaches these powerful FCP zones, they react and the market fell down, and this is what I mentioned in the previous analysis. Now it is going back into this FCP zone. I'm expecting another reaction here, and in case the market finds enough momentum to go beyond this FCP zone and gives us a confirmation, then only it will start to go higher. And there is a good chance why it wants to go higher, because there is a gap available around 7,000. I think it's 7,400 something. There is a gap available there, so it is a possibility, but for now FCP zone is still valid, and that means it can push the price down. So let's look at FTSE100 on what I envisage. Okay, let's go to the monthly time frame. On monthly time frame, this is the profit target that we have, and this is near about 7,376. so this is the same thing as 7,400. what envisage is also saying the same thing. And if I go to the weekly time frame, this is where the gap is. If you see that gap is lining up very nicely with the profit target given by what envisage. So market is ultimately expected to reach there and then fall back down. Why? Because we will have a very nice W pattern. Okay, but so far the market is bullish. This is blue, this is blue here, and this is blue, and we have profit target here, level here. So this was the last signal given, and the market has reached that level very nicely, and now it is showing us a little bit of a reaction, and that's what we saw. There is an FCP zone, and that is why the market is pushing down as well. Let's go and check out the daily time frame. On daily time frame, the market fell down, but it was never able to reach this profit target here. Why? Because the water curve line itself is the first profit target. This is always acting as support and resistance, dynamic support and resistance. So the market came here. If you're looking for a short, then this would have been your profit target level, first profit target here. If I go to the 4-hour time frame, again this is bullish. The market has done blue. This is the bullish signal, and now this is the profit target that we are looking for on UK 100. It's going to be this one, 7,775. Sorry, 7,075, and then we will have the next profit target as 7,090. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at, and you see in that process the market will also create this W pattern, and after that I'm expecting it to fall down, and this zone is right there in this FCP zone. If I go back in here, you'll see that will be right there in this FCP zone. So I'm expecting market to go a little bit higher and then fall back down, and that's what the what envisage and FCP analysis is telling us. So what envisage can be used separately as well, but it works best with FCP analysis if you know how to do it, but it can be used with any strategy, because as you can see, this is clearly giving you the market direction, the bias, and you can do multi-time frame analysis with it as well. Okay, so we have been able to cover NASDAQ, US30, FTSE 100. Let's look at S&P 500. On S&P 500, this is looking a little confusing here, because of various levels. I've been reusing the same chart again and again. So the market nearly it went a little higher than our FCP zone and started to go down, and now it is coming back. Now this kind of structure that we are looking at, that is not a very good structure. This structure, what I'm talking about, this is kind of overextended, or this is what I call as kind of bad behavior sort of structure. But nonetheless, this is a W pattern, and I'm expecting it to reach near about this level or so, near about somewhere around here. So let's see what kind of opportunity we can have using what I envisage. Okay, so S&P 500, where is it? Okay, let me remove all of this and go to the monthly time frame. On monthly time frame, again this is looking like a little overextended, but there is nothing to worry here. There is nothing special. Everything is looking bullish on monthly time frame. On weekly time frame, the market is inside, like the current month is inside wave. That means it is little slightly bearish, but so far we haven't received any kind of bearish sign here. No color change, no color change here, no color change here. That means it's not bearish. It is looking similar to what we have on US30. If I go to the daily time frame, the market fell down, but you see there are few things. It is kind of little confusing right now. That's an open target, still open target, and the bearish target, like this one, was able to reach its first profit target, which is the touch of the water curve, and the second profit target here. And if the market gives us, now it turns blue here at the bottom, it turns bullish, then we are expecting it to go to 4251, near about that level once again. So basically it can actually go back to retest previous highs before it starts to go down. Okay, and in that process it will probably create a double top. Another scenario is this. If I go to 1 hour time frame and remove all of this, this is looking very overextended, and it had reached its profit target, and the next profit target that it can go to is 4191. So this is the scenario. This is what I was talking about. Like it can probably create a W pattern reaching there, and from there it can fall back down back into this water curve or so. So this is what we have on US 500. It's not as clear as NASDAQ one. NASDAQ one is actually much better. For now, NASDAQ is giving us the best opportunities and best structures. This is very confusing kind of structures, and if you are not as I always say, if you are in doubt, get out and stay out. So you do not have to trade S&P 500, trade NASDAQ, trade anything else, something else. Find the best of the analysis strategies and best of the analysis tools, and make use of them to simplify your life. You do not have to complicate your analysis by using complicated tools or complicated markets, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay out of 500, S&P 500, and I'll rather play with NASDAQ and FTSE because they are much better now. Okay, so this is what we had on NASDAQ. Let's look at bonus tip, right? So this is what I shared with the Telegram group as well. So if I go to the weekly time frame, and if I show you where is it, Twitter. Okay, on Twitter what we can see, actually on monthly time frame, it is looking bearish here, but there is a very good opportunity which is rubbable. Remember Twitter actually fell, right? But what Envisage was able to tell this in advance that there was sell coming, because we had a bearish trend which was guessed near about here, right? The color was changed here, and this color changed. So that means that Twitter was getting bearish on weekly time frame, and then there was a signal. This white dot was the profit target, and market has reached its profit target. Now in that process, what has happened is that the market has created this M pattern, and it is sitting right on this water curve, which acts as dynamic support. That means the market is expected to go higher back into this previous level, somewhere around here near about $60 or so. So right now this is on 51.62, and it can reach 60, so it can be very good trade, short-term trade, which may last for a few days or few weeks, and it can give us near about 20% or so, if I'm right. Okay, near about that much. So that is going to be very, very good, and this is how we can play. We can actually go to the lower time frame on what Envisage and then see whether we can find a good confirmation. Now this is also what I posted in our Telegram group. The color has changed to blue. So this is early warning. The market is telling that it is turning bullish now, and this is the M pattern that has formed. That means it is going to go higher, maybe to retest this water curve here, and that is near about 62 level right now, but previous structure is around 60. So let's keep another profit target between 60 and 62 dollars for Twitter. Okay, so that is quite a possibility. Hope you enjoyed this analysis and found this useful. If you did, make sure you hit the like button, share it with other traders, trading communities, and social media, and put in a comment below this video and let me know your feedback, your comments, or any questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great trading week next week. If you're interested in learning how to analyze the markets the way I do using Fibonacci Confluence, then head over to wikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see core strategy training program. On this page, you will be able to see the testimonials of previous students and also look at the brochure. The brochure has a lot more information, including the course structure and the Fibonacci Confluence training program curriculum. This is a very extensive program in which we cover basic core Fibonacci concepts along with the advanced concepts to analyze the markets with high probability. If you're interested in joining this program, come to vikinsir.com and under training section, you'll be able to see and submit this form.